Throughout the night, we have spotlighted 5 directors whose brilliant work has earned them a feature film medallion.
All the people who refuse to cross the picket line.
Len, you directed the Oscars, and you're a true legend on television. How exciting is to be here when we celebrate the directors tonight?
This is so exciting because we're celebrating directors. As a director, this is our Super Bowl.
How complicated is for a director to direct the Oscars?
You know what? The Oscars, the Tonys, the Golden Globes, they're all unique in their own way and very different and very exciting. You know, you go into a show planning what you want to plan, but you don't know who's going to win, and you don't know what they're going to say. And that's what makes it, when you're in the live television business, a whole lot of fun.
And the Academy Award.
I think everybody remembers me, unfortunately, for when we announced the wrong winner.
For Best Picture.
What actually happened there was that the card was wrong.
La La Land.
And Faye and Warren were right there, but they didn't know what to do.
This is not a joke. Moonlight has won Best Picture.
I had to make a decision to stay in the moment and make sure we're showing reality and not covering anything up. It was more important to let the story play out for people to see for themselves.
Allow me to be your guide through the fantastical world around you.
You directed and produced the Spiderwick Chronicles. The people watching it on Cosmote TV in Greece, they loved it. How was working with Christian Slater, a true legend?
Christian Slater is one of the most fun people to work with, just loose and exciting and unpredictable and prepared, and it made all of my friends from high school very jealous.
I want something more. I'm an ogre. I want everything more.
How tough was to create this fantastical world that all the heroes lived in?
Well, we had an amazing team, and it really was all about working with our showrunner, Aaron, and then the cinematographer and the VFX and the production designer, and just all being on the same page and creating a world that felt very real, but had these elements that were fantastical. Hello, Cosmote TV. I'm so excited that you guys are enjoying the Spiderwick Chronicles. Keep believing in magic.
I'm truly delighted to be here tonight to present the DGA's highest honor, the Lifetime Achievement Award, to my dearest friend, Ang Lee.
How is to be here tonight celebrating the directors?
Oh, it's like a family affair.
From director Ang Lee.
You know, movie belongs to the audience imagination, but the experience you had with filmmakers and share with each other, that's all ours. That's real. Nobody take it from us. So to me, this is always very precious, this director's guild. And of course, the awards sometimes feel better than the Oscars.
What is the most difficult thing for a director to escalate and be nominated for an Oscar, being distinguished in this job?
I think you want to move people, bring in universality, but at the same time, leave a trace of your own effort, your own trace, your signature. It's the first time at this event I have to put on reading glasses. I guess it's time for a Lifetime Achievement Award.
Michelle, what makes Ang Lee the most talented director of all times?
Oh my God, I'm so thrilled and honored, and he's so deserving of this.
What is the secret of his success? What do you think is the secret?
Total hard work, dedication, genius, visionary, you know.
Everything.
Everything.
I've been trying to find out what happened at St. Joseph's Mission.
Sugarcane is nominated for an Oscar. This documentary, how exciting is that?
I mean, it means the world.
Yeah.
Sugarcane follows an investigation into abuse and missing children at the Indian residential school that my family was sent to near Williams Lake, British Columbia, Canada. But it also is a story about the resilience and survival and beauty of the community that survived that cultural genocide.
How you reacted when you learned about the Oscar nomination?
Well, Julian was in the shower.
I got in the shower and I was not an Oscar nominee. When I got out of the shower, I was an Oscar nominee.
Supervision of the selection. It's a duty I never thought I'd have to perform.
What a journey. Conclave. So many nominations.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
Oh, great. I mean, it's such a reward to, you never know if a movie lands or not. So if it does land in the end, the audiences embrace it, it's a great, great gift.
Yes. What a story, and how exciting was to recruit this ensemble cast. Ralph Fiennes.
Well, you have
Isabella Rossellini.
Yeah, I mean, I have, all these icons.
This is a conclave, Aldo. It's not a war.
It is a war, and you have to commit to a side.
To have these people and make a film with them is just, they all have such different voices, and they complement each other. So it was a wonderful gift to get.
How did you manage to captivate the audience of the Vatican and depict such a compelling story into screen?
Well, you have to create it. We obviously can't shoot in the Vatican, but I wanted something that feels claustrophobic. It's called the conclave, so they're all sequestered, they're shut in. So it needed to feel like they're shut in. They're like in a jail almost until they make the decision, and only then can they open the window and let the fresh air back in.
Would you like to say something to the viewers of Cosmote TV that they soon will watch Conclave?
So dear viewers of Cosmote TV, I'm very much looking forward to showing you my movie Conclave on your screens, and I hope you're going to enjoy the movie.
My mother's watch.
Deck of marked cards. My big toenail.
Nickel Boys, what a movie, so many nominations. One of your first movies, right?
Yeah, it is.
You don't remember?
Remember what?
What intrigued you in the story?
I think it was the time period and the capacity to make images in that time period that had an open-endedness and a poetry that isn't typically seen or doesn't quite exist in the archives of that time. And it gives us a different understanding of what it means to be a person in the 60s and 70s.
The winds hit heavy on the borderline.
Who wrote this?
He did.
Oh my Lord, I mean, research has been like my middle name for the last 6 years. Every book written, every principle involved, every story they've ever told, every recording, every documentary ever made of them, anything ever written about them. Plus, I spent days with Bob Dylan himself.
How does it feel? Turn it down!
Play loud! How was Timothy while filming?
He is a wonderful person. I love him. I consider him a friend, and he's a joy to work with. And he's a brilliant MF and actor.
He's your friend. There's not a Jewish bone in her body unless you put one in her.
You're the rabbi?
It's hot, right?
Nobody wants this was a tremendous success. People loved it so much. How do you feel with this success?
Oh, I'm so excited. It's such a pleasant surprise, and yeah, we had a lot of fun. I had a lot of fun with him. It's fun.
It was. I mean, it's an incredible vibe on set. It also was great. I don't think we expected it to connect with as many people as it did, and so very thankful for that. A lot of people found it, and we get to do more of it, which is always great.
Did you start filming the next season?
We're starting soon.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
What would you like to say to the new artists that they see you, they admire you, they want to be inspired by you?
Oh, I would just say keep on doing your thing and follow your heart, and don't try. I feel like there's like a culture right now where everybody's trying to be the same person. So I'd say keep on being you.
And I would say be a different person. I would say that's bad advice. Be what anybody else wants you to be. Whatever you even think they might want you to be, just be that. Because whatever you are is not enough.
Straight ahead, Mikey. I'm here to present an award for my director, Sean Baker, who just a little bit ago asked that instead of reading a speech that I spent a lot of time on, that I roast him. So I've never roasted anyone before, but I will try for you, Sean. You're a nerd.
We're talking about the 30-year-old career that led to Anora. How amazing is that?
Yeah, it doesn't feel like a long journey though, because I've been able to make the films I want to make along the way and just sort of build up a filmography.
It's a small budget movie, but reflects so much and has a great appeal to the people. People loved it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we tried to put the production value on the screen. You have to do that with these little indies. This thing costs $6 million. We're probably the smallest budget film here, maybe the lowest budget film here tonight. And it really takes an entire cast and crew to know that they're about to rough it up a little bit, you know? Not that there's anything unsafe, but the very fact that like everyone's not probably going to get the amenities they're used to on studio films, but it's all worth it in the end. Hopefully.
And the winner for Best Picture, Adrian Brody, is not you, it's Anora!
So unexpected.
How do you feel with the win at the Critics' Choice Awards?
I was
That was
really
amazing.
taken
The
by
movie of the
surprise.
year.
I was really taken by surprise, and I think you can see it on my face. When I went up there, I was winging it because I honestly didn't prep, thinking that there's no way in the world we could have won.
Привет, Иван! Меня зовут Анни. Это как я говорю по-русски.
Is the story based on true facts?
No, not at all.
No.
It's 100% fiction. But you know, I did hear of maybe similar stories from the Russian gangster world, and just in general, just collecting a lot of ideas over the years from different interactions I've had, whether it's with Armenian and Russian immigrants or with sex workers, you know. So it's really an amalgamation of a lot of that I've kind of been working on over the years.
Mikey Madison?
Mikey Madison is incredible.
Incredible.
What
a talent.
What a talent. And I kind of, when I saw her in Scream, I knew it. I mean, I was pointed at the screen and turned to my wife and said, she's our Annie. We're calling her agent the second we step out of the theater. And, but you know what? It's more to do with just, it's fate. I had high expectations, but I had no idea she was going to go to that degree. We didn't audition her, we just offered her the role. So it's a miracle. She comes in and she takes on this role of Anora and makes it her own, and now this film wouldn't have been anything without her.
And the Directors Guild recognizes the outstanding achievement of Sean Baker for Anora.
My imposter syndrome is skyrocketing right now, as well as my cortisol levels. Like, what?
You got this award tonight from the Directors Guild.
Yeah, it's a nomination.
What would you like to
It's
say
done.
to aspiring directors that watch you now from all over the world?
Well, I want to say that for filmmakers who are just trying to break in, it's truly about perseverance. It really is. I mean, you just have to keep going and going. When my first couple of films didn't get the attention I wanted it to get, I said, I'm not just going to sit back, I'm going to make a third. And then I had to make a fourth and then make a fifth. But it's perseverance that'll definitely someday get you there. And what I also have to say is that cream eventually rises. It might take 20 years, but if you're making good work, you'll get the recognition eventually. Thank you, everybody.